Greetings to the 30 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Abba Yahuwah. This is the name that is above all name. Shabbat Shalom, much love and much prosperity attend you family, for you are the reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, and so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach, just as the Malach of Yahuwah saith unto Yehukanah the Revelator, seal not the prophecies of this book, for the time is simply near. Exactly what we are doing here, family, decoding end times prophecies, signs, dreams, in preparing people like you, body like you, house like you, for the returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due eternally our worship, praise, love, honor, riches, glory, power, yes, wealth, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, the very DNA of Abba Yahuwah, the very fire of Abba Yahuwah, the very true essence of Abba Yahuwah, the no-go area of Abba Yahuwah, the unpardonable part of Abba Yahuwah, the don't touch me in this area of Abba Yahuwah, the great eternal teacher, my very eternal comforter, the power of resurrection, the power of cleansing. Ribobobo hiyama hantalabo, rekes klibaba hindalabo hindalabe, rema shantalabo, rema shantalabo. Rema Shantalabo, Ruach HaKodesh, Rema Shantalabo, Rema Santalabo, Rema Shantalabo. I just love the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, Abba Yehovah, you have been worshipped, praised, honored, served, loved, right in the temple of your eternal wife. For you are my eternal husband, and also my Abba. I just love my Abba. Thank you, Abba, for making me for your own use, for choosing me for your own glory, for making me what you want me to be. I just love my Abba. Thank you, for you said, it's not he that wills, nor he that runneth, but it is Yahuwah that showeth mercy. Thank you for having mercy upon me. Rima Shantalabo. Rima Shantalabo. Yahushua said, I didn't choose him. He is the one that chooses me. Rima Shantalabo. Yeah. Oh, Rima Shantalabo. Thank you, Abba Yahuwah, for choosing me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, now, family, with this being said, here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled For You and Me. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Christianity, rapture, is to rapture to Islam, paradise, day of trumpets, second phase. That is the rapture, okay? That is the second part. That is the another office of the feast of trumpet. It's like kind of a two-party. One is going to cut up, ascent to glory, and one is going to cut down, descent to shame and disgrace, which is Islam. That is the kingdom and the paradise of Islam. The very rapture Christianity is propagated. That was why I asked you, are you ready for this truth? Remember, truth is so bitter, but it's a medicine. Like I always love to say, it's not by emotional, radiation burning, sensational, personal, but by the real lost objective. We want to do this expose once again. That's what we always do over here. If you are a constant follower, you know by now many are called, only few is being chosen. Many run. When I newly started this, message, many were just running, but the few, maybe that is the few that caught it, because it said many are called, only few is chosen. Only few are chosen. Now are you ready for this? This goes now for the 8%. Okay, people of the book among this dungeon, this coven, these people, unclean, pork-eating people. Okay, this message is not meant for pork-eating people. Rather, it's meant for the sheep of Israel that is eating pork. Now is unclean. Come out of her. My people is the nature of this segment, okay? All right, are you ready for the truth? Somehow this one is going to turn your stomach. You being epoch, Ethiopia, sin, a Gentile, Christianity, the Babylonian mystery Babylon. This is going to hurt your stomach so bad. Yes, you need it. You deserve it. And more is on the way coming. So before we start digging into this very mystery, can I call it mystery? Somehow, of course, it's a mystery because the name written on the forehead of Mystery Babylon is a mystery being called. And the ungodliness, the iniquity of these people called so-called believer, their iniquity is also be done in the mystery. And when their secret was being revealed right in Babylon, Daniel chapter 2, we also saw that mystery, the image of the beast. All right, now, should I first of all put that in the parallel why they are all one formally? Should I first of all do that? All right, I think it's wise to do that for a first. Now, let's say Jesus died on Friday. That is the Christendom. And always keep it Friday as the day of rest. It is the Islam, the final goal. The little horn to go. Christianity is the large horn in one body of a guy called Antiochus Epiphanes. The large and the little horn, the good system. All right, now, a Christian said Jesus died on Sunday. Okay, did they? Then I begin to worship some. Right now, they said Jesus died on Friday and he resurrected on Sunday. And the day he died called Friday. Islam is keeping that as their day of rest. Listen now. Christianity is keeping mystery Babylon. Everything they do, their feast, okay, their calendar, their time clock. They are all paganism, even including the pork named Jesus. They are all paganism, okay. That is not of Yahuwah, is not biblical. Now listen. Islam said the royal law is corrupt. They keep Quran. Allah said the royal law is corrupt. That is why he sent Quran. And Jesus said he nailed the law to the cross. Christians shouldn't keep it because he destroyed it right away in the cross. All right, now come on now. When Islam want to, justify their book, okay, Quran. So what are they doing? They will come to our law. The law they said is corrupt. They will just come and rip, some verses, some portion of it that, suit their ideology. They will just use it to confirm Quran. But the other part that exposes them to be the very beast and dragon, they will say, no, that part is corrupt. In like manner, Christian, when they want to steal, propagate, selling their Jesus and their God, they will go to the law and rip some certain verses and to propagate their lies. And when you now ask them to keep the law, or rather the part that also exposes them to be the false prophet and their Messiah that is called Matthew 24:24, they will say, no, Jesus destroyed that part. He destroyed it. But if they want to steal, that goes to the law to buy for private jet. But keep the law. No, Jesus destroyed it. That part is already being destroyed. You see, this is the parallel. Many, many more to come. This message is for all time until this event takes place. We're going to be doing so much about this. Islam always quotes Jesus. All right, now, quickly, I just put this in. So let us begin to put in scriptures. There are still many more parallel. We will come into that, all right? So if you want to really know why Christians said Jesus died on Friday and raised on Sunday, please kindly go and see that message that I did by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh titled, Why Christians Said Jesus Died on Friday and Raised on Sunday. Islam in the making. Wow, what that video is 1 and 2. All right, now quickly, let me also put in this before we start digging into this mystery. Is a mystery, okay? Because you don't know. Now, what am I gonna come back? It's like I lost the words. Come back. What I wanted to say? What is that? Oh my! All right. Yeah, I got it. Now, this title. YAHUAH don't have two covenants, okay? Excuse me, don't have more than two covenants. We only have two covenants. You can see Galatians chapter 4, 21 or 22, way to 31 also. And we see YAHUAH only have two covenants, the Quran and the Bible. Okay, YAHUAH promised Ishmael to enlarge his coast, okay, to give him many people, many nations. And that's what he want to reach out to now, okay? So he want to confirm these two covenants, the New Testament and the Quran. He's confirming Quran for the 92%, of the worldly people to be given to Islam because he don't need them. And only 8%, which are his, it will confirm the New Testament with us. We only got 2 covenants. So no all this nonsense everywhere. Worldly, whatever, Christianity, no. Everyone wiped into Islam. Okay, only that 2 religion. Let me put it so. Quran and Bible, that's the only 2 things that's going to be, found here on earth in that 1,000 reign. After that 1,000 reign, Yahushua will pack Islam and all their people, both their Quran and those nonsense, will throw into the lake of fire. So the Bible, the royal law, will serve for all eternity. That is Revelation 21. Now, the only reason why Yahweh is going to be doing this, you can see that in 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 17 said, judgment is going to begin right in the household of Abba Yahuwah. Now he's not speaking of blocks. He's talking about the so-called believer that carry the book and perverse it. So what is that verse or scripture say unto you and I? He is simply making it so clear that the wickedness in this world, the one in the so-called household of Abba Yahuwah, is the most wicked one, is the most disgusting one. That was what Apostle Shaul said. What these people, false people do in the secret, he said it's so shameful to talk about it, but Abba Yahuwah sees it all. So that's why judgment is going to begin with them. All right, that is the only reason why, for the world to know that Abba Yahuwah judge rightly. You pervert his book. You make the atheists, to mock the Bible. You make the whole world to say there is nothing like the God of the Bible, rather the perverse one. So that's why he's going to start pouring out his judgment upon you guys. All right. So now, Amos chapter 3, verses 6, let's begin to put in our scriptures. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? It's ask you and I a question. And, shall there be evil in the city and Yahuwah had not done it? What is evil? Genesis 3, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is a deity. He said right now, want to dispatch that same evil tree. We see it already in the making. Christianity celebrated the downfall of man, bringing the tree of the knowledge of good and evil into their house, simply called Christmas tree, is a deity. These are all symbol of a wicked spirit returning back into humanity, celebrated the downfall of man in Genesis 3. The day they prevailed, the day they pervert Abba Yahuwah's plan and corrupt the whole world. That's what these people are celebrating. Very soon they will do it again, December 25th. Okay, but we don't have covenant for such. But we have covenant for Quran. When you are celebrating Salah, Hajjah, and Ramadan, that one we get it clearly. We understood that perfectly. Because Abba Yahuwah gave it. He allows it, rather. He gave it. One covenant to Ishmael and one covenant to Ishiak. From where cometh Yahushua, the 12 tribes. So Christianity, you bringing all this nonsense. In fact, let me say, I don't know where it came from. Now, Abba Yahuwah is not going to be taking that anymore. So we want to know the 2 covenants. Okay, Abba Yahuwah want to confirm that. It's horrible. He said, now, when this evil is being released, are you not going to be afraid? Like a trumpet when it's sound. Not in secret. It's never been done in the secret. It caught everybody's attention. Okay, everybody got alert. When he made porororororo, of course, he would turn around. Where is it coming from? All right. So in those days in my papa's village, I saw this very trumpet being used when the king wanted to pass out a law. First of all, he would send his servant to go and be sounding this trumpet in every part of the streets in our village to just get people's attention in order for them to pass out that law. So I met that those days in my papa's village. So that's what the Feast of Trumpet actually represents. It's going to cut some up, it's cutting some down. The heaven of Christianity is to be joined with Islam. That is their paradise. And what could that be? The Great Tribulation, the Sharia law, the Third World War, to be left behind, the rejected bride. In fact, they were never a bride in the first place. They just came to impersonate. They are just an impersonator and a deceiver. Now, this goes for the people of the book. You can read Numbers chapter 10, verses 1 to 10, okay? What trumpet is being used for? It's to get your attention. It's to put you right. You can also read Joel. I think I'm going to be reading that part. Joel chapter 2. Now I read Joshua chapter 6. Listen. Now Jericho was tightly shut up because of the children of Israel. Nor went out and not come in or came in. Now, what is Jericho? Jericho simply means blockage, barrier, okay, stumbling block to rest, to glory, to testimony. So what does this serve for in this, according to this segment? These are Christianity. This is what they represent. Taking away the real thing from you and giving you Babylon to be watching for. That becomes a stumbling block for you to, for judgment to cut you up, for you to be cut into Islam, for you to face Sharia law, okay, for you to receive it in the very hard way. All right, because if you don't convert to Islam, your head is up. That is you're gonna receive it in a very hard way. This is what they say for. Abba Yahweh said, keep my Shabbat. I said, no way. It is so. That means blockage, Jericho. Abba Yahweh said, these are my feasts. I said, it is Babylon. That simply means Jericho blockage. Abba Yahweh said, only one name is given whereby you must be saved. I said, no way. It is Pork or Jesus. This is how they become, Jericho. That you will not break through. Okay, tightly shut up. How did they tightly, shut up their gate? They took away the knowledge of the book, the knowledge of the pure gospel, the knowledge of who is the biblical Messiah. And then I insert in you, infuse in you, the unbiblical in order for you to be cut down. In fact, in Islam, in their eschatology, Jesus is coming right back as a radical Muslim to cover the whole world. Actually, the Christian and the Christian Jesus Islam is propagating is not a very biblical Messiah. Is the very one we are speaking of over here, the anti-Messiah, that becomes a stumbling block to you. I was once there. Abayawa called me with this same voice of trumpet. Come out of my people. So let's keep reading. This goes for you to put your house in order. Tightly shut up. Tightly shut up. Now 3. And they shall compass the city, all ye men of war. All right now, I think. Okay, all ye men of war, and go around about the city once. Thus shalt thou do, or 6 days. And on, okay. And 7 priests shall bear before the ark before the ark 7 trumpets. Okay, pardon me, let me take it again. And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns. And the 7th day ye shall compass the city 7 times, and the prince shall blow with the trumpet. Now, what is this saying? Said Jericho is tightly shut up. When deliverance come near, when you are just at, a step to go, we see demon mobilized. We see their we see their collaboration. It's going to be hard. Like when Abayawa come down into Egypt in those days to redeem all, he said Pharaoh now make the works, so difficult and so hard. It make it so hard for the people of the book. And this is who Christianity actually is. They make salvation so hard that if you don't give money, if you don't bribe their God, if you don't, give money, you can enter. Whereby the royal law say, without holiness, no one can see Yahuwah. But their own, if you don't give money, you don't give money, you cannot see their God. Like Orisha for that bastard when he went to the US, that was last year, isn't it, or early this year? He now began to say, don't miss God, don't miss God. God told him that every one of you, 50 pulses, or be 90 pulses, should give 500. Don't miss it, don't miss it, don't miss it. This is the hour to meet. I said, what kind of stupidity is this? You see, they are wicked, and the wickedness in this so-called believer is outweighed the one unbeliever is doing. So that's why judgment is going to begin with them. Okay, so tightly shut up. And all this is done because of you, because he said this false Messiah, okay, is going to be doing great signs and wonders to deceive the elect. You see the nature of their miracle, to deceive you. That is all. Because his own is his own. Now, 5 verses 5. It shall come to pass that when they make a long blast with their ram's horn, and when ye hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall ascend up, every man straight before him. That's it. You just take off. That is rapture. You just ascend. That is freedom. You just went in and take what belongs to you. Is these people going to let you do it? This is the bitter truth, but it is a medicine for you. Now, it said, what is going to block you is Jericho. So, what is going to make you not to ascend? It is Jericho. But when you hear the voice of the trumpet, harden not your heart. Let's see now another where they are, okay, in order for you not to ascend up. Revelation 12:9, Revelation 12:7-9. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, that is Allah, okay, and the dragon fought and his angels. You see, you also have angels. It is said his demon. 8. And prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. There is the war going on now. You know, Revelation speaks of the past, now, and future. 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, that is thing that has an origin, is the phrase Genesis 3, that old serpent, okay, that deceiveth the whole world, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Are you one of their deception? Are you in their group? That is the nature of this segment. Come out of her. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. He didn't say his demon, but his angels. These are demons, okay? We are cast out with him. The grand pop is over here, which is Allah. The very last to go. They let you home for a short period of time. Right now, why are we here? The battle is in the clouds. Because there are demons on the cloud that is preventing you not to ascend, not to hear the sound of the trumpet, in order for you to get ready for rapture. And this is the actual heaven Jesus is revealing unto Christianity. The Iroko tree. The Iroko tree. We just, flew then to Iroko tree. We say, here we are in the heaven. And we come and use all this foil paper to masquerade Iroko tree. They will be saying, the gold, the street was pure gold. Nonsense. You are saying you pork 80 people, you see the holy heaven? Really? No, that is not our heaven. That is the heaven of Islam. Listen now, Ephesians chapter 2, verses 2, the Iroko tree, this is the heaven they are seeing. They are over there blocking you not to ascend. That's what we are saying. Ephesians 2, verses 2. Wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world. Okay? The course of this world begins in Genesis 3. You walk through there, you still celebrating the downfall of man. You still giving your ear, touching the dead people, giving your ear to the fallen deity, the golden calf, Jesus Christ, from the pits of hell. According to the prince of the power of the air. You see, there is a prince in the air. The spirit that now worketh in the children of the disobedient. So the power of the prince of hell, what is it doing? Is to make you to disobey the royal law. How can you keep it Sunday? You said you want to rapture. No, you will rapture to Friday. You will rapture to Islam. How can you celebrate the paganism, Ishtar, goddess of fertility? How can you be keeping all this nonsense January 1st? How can you even be keeping the pork named Jesus? You say you want to rapture to where? To Islam, because Jesus is in Islam. Alright, now we still put some. It's going to be reviewed the way it is. Now you see, let me still show you their hiding place in the cloud. They're only there for you not to ascend. Listen up. There will be casting spare of disobedience unto you, for you to be breaking the royal law, in order for judgment to cut up with you. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. They are the one ruling, okay? Darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That is the Iroko tree, but the royal law said is a cloud. What are they doing over there? Casting spare on you invoking demons on you, in order for you never to come, okay, to the knowledge of this truth, for judgment to cut up with you. I bet you all want to multiply Islam. Want to be in that camp? Depends on you. Now, First Thessalonians chapter 4, you can take it from 15 to 18. I'm reading 16 and 17. For Yahuwah himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. Oh, no. With a shout, where is it? Okay, with the voice of the archangel, that is Michael. Michael, there's a war going on now in the cloud. And that's how we are able to pass out this mystery. And with the trump of Abiwa, that is the voice of Yahuwah. When he give, go and bomb the World Trade Center, you are gone. And the dead shall rise in Mashiach, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise. What is it? And the dead in Mashiach shall rise. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them, where in the clouds. In the clouds. And to meet with our Adonai in the air. And who is over there? Principalities and power. So Messiah want to cut you and I up over there. And there are blockade Jericho over there, which is the Christendom over there, in the Iroko tree, blocking you not to come to the knowledge, for you to keep worship his son. For you to keep calling this name, poke Jesus from the pit of hell. That came to rob you of understanding. Is a pork. Latin simply means Jesus. Jesus, take it down to Latin. It simply means early pig. In fact, first English translation that gave you, first English translation in this whole wide world. First time we get English Bible. In the year 1611, there is nothing like Jesus over there. 409 years now, Jesus wasn't known. It wasn't in existence. Because without lethargy, you can't get Jesus. Alright? Without lethargy, you cannot just get Jesus. So this is when first time we have the English Bible here on earth. It's only 409 years old now. Hey, Jesus is not found there. And this is the very pork Messiah. Unclaimed Messiah. Godly calf. Okay, that came to contradict. That's why they couldn't get it right. They said he died on Friday. Islam is keeping that. 3 days or 3.5. Where do you get it from your Friday? 3 o'clock, Matthew 27. Resurrections early Sunday morning. Where did you get that? Now, by their fruit you shall know. You don't see what Jesus, pastors, reverends, now says bishop is doing all over the whole world. Buy for private jet, robbing from the poor, the widow. And now, this is too clear unto me. Now you can read Joel, like I said, chapter 2. You find it out by yourself. I just want to read 1 and 2, or 1. Joel chapter 2, verses 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahuwah cometh, for it is near at hand, a day of darkness and of gloomness, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. All right, I think for the sake of time, I'm going to leave it over there. Just read it by yourself, okay? Now, a trumpet is also being used for warning. Now, in this 7th biblical month, the first day is where Yahuwah opened heaven. In Genesis 3, Yahuwah shut heaven against mankind. He drove us all out. In anticipation, when we are going to be returning back, it is on the Shabbat, 7th. Okay, that is why this feast is being called High Shabbat. Now, only three leftover feast is found in this 7th biblical month. You can also check Genesis chapter 8 as for that. The Ark of Noah rested on this month, on the 17th of biblical month, because 7 simply means perfection. He rested the 3rd day of the Feast of Tabernacle. So the 3 leftover feast is found on this month, okay? First is the Feast of Trumpet to get you to get your attention, to cut your attention. Now, next Shabbat now is the feast is the day of atonement, okay? The day of atonement, Yom Kippur. After that is the Feast of Tabernacle. Now it goes this way. The trumpet is to announce that Abba Yahuwah is coming. Put your house in order. Now on the 10th of it, which is next week Shabbat, is for you to cleanse your body, to wash, fast for the whole day. That is when Abba Yahuwah is going to give you a glorified body. In anticipation, we are doing it. And as soon as it is 6 o'clock, then the heaven is shut. Heaven is open first day of the 7th biblical month, and is shut 10th day after that, after the Yom Kippur. Okay, on the 15th, the feast of the wedding of the Lamb, the wedding of the Lamb supper. Okay, now so Matthew 25, we see it over there that the foolish five virgin could enter because it's shut already. When it's shut, it's open first day of the 7th month. On the 10th day, sundown, 6 o'clock, it's shut. You can't come in anymore. You can also see Revelation 15 for that. That is the day of atonement. When it's closed, it's over. You can come in. And when it's closed, where are you going? You are going into outer darkness. You are going right away into outer darkness. That is the great tribulation. That is the darkness, Revelation 3, that is going to fall upon the whole world. That is the Sharia law. You will be knocked out of the kingdom. And that is what Christianity is propagating. That is their heavy. No other way around. You can also say Isaiah 47. We see that the virgin over there. Okay. Okay, in this Matthew 25, we see they are a personator. They are just there to distract you as a Jericho, for you not to have light or oil in your lamp, because they don't have the oil. Okay, first Messiah don't have anointing, rather they're going to be destroying themselves. Oh no, I think we are going. Oh no, I don't want to do part 2. Should I do part 2? I don't just know. They are just there. Maybe I will redo it again. I don't know. Yes, they are just there to impersonate the true bride of Yahushua HaMashiach. That's what they are saying. They said they're going to flew into heaven. No, you flew to Islam. Yes, you are going there. And we'll see briefly how are they going to be doing it. Now, when you also go to Isaiah chapter 47, we also see the daughters of Babylon is also being called virgin. Come down. So come down from that your Iroko tree. Come down from that cloud in order for the people of the book to know who is their Messiah, not Pork Jesus. Not Jesus of link of fire. Alright? But Yahushua of Nazareth. Not Jesus. Jesus is from Greek. It came from the pit of hell. And we are sending it back over there. And that is the only reason for this segment. To pull him out of your life and return back to your Messiah. Matthew 24, 29 to 32 or 31 or so. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened. This is great. We're gonna see how horrible it is. And the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and there shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with what power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of trumpet, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So his gathering already begins in heaven. Okay, now what is it talking about? This is where we will now return back to the Holy Land. Here is not clouds anymore. The people that survive Sharia law, of course, the congregation of Smyrna, they will not take, some will die, some will also be spared. But every other five is going into great tribulation. Philadelphia can't go. Okay, Smyrna somehow will go through it, but some will be spared. Now you see how horrible the great tribulation is. It is the hour of darkness. Now after Islam have done their own, then Yahushua will return back to judgment, where he's going to throw everyone that convert to Islam, including Islam, into the fire. That is the final judgment. Okay. Right now, I want to let's just pull it to about how are they going to do it. According to Quran, he said the hour cannot come. The hour of resurrection cannot come until Islam fights. He said the hour of resurrection can never be established until they fight. I think I will redo this message again. I don't want to do part 2. So when all this begin to take place, Allah is not going to borrow anything. Rather, it is Abba Yahweh. He want to gather the whole families of the earth into 2 camp. That is his 2 covenant. He gave Quran to them. I'm not disputing that. Listen now. Hanukkah, whom you call Enoch, chapter 15. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, Fear not, Hanok, for thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness, approach hither and hear my voice, and go say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them. You should intercede for me, because you are the one that's supposed to be watching over you. Want Enoch to intercede for you. Okay, now, where am I going? For the mayor and not for you. All right, now, wherefore have ye left the high heaven and eternal heaven? Okay, and lay with women and defile yourselves with daughters of men, and taking to yourself wives, and don't like the children of the earth, and begot giants as your sons. Okay, thou, listen now. I think I want to go to the instruction about your work. He called this evil spirit, the children of the serpent. He called them all through 4 good times. Evil spirit, evil spirit, evil spirit. So let me just go to the assignment he gave until they are going to convert the whole world to Islam. So I want to be reading just verse 11 for the sake of time. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst and cause offense, and these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from men and their fallen angels. Okay, you see now. So what is the message he gave unto them? He said, let them go and be destroy one another. Afflict. This is your job. This is your business. That is Islam. He said, can evil take place in the city? And Yahuwah did not do it. Now, 4 good times over here, the children of the giants, he called them, what did Abba Yahweh named them? Evil spirits. That is their name. So that evil is coming down. Let's just put little of it. Their resurrection. Now, quickly, I would also like to put in this. I don't know if I've already said that in the beginning. I don't know. Now, according to Islam eschatology, they also have a belief how the first Messiah, the anti-Mashiach, looks like. And the very anti-Mashiach they are talking about, that is my own Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay, they said this is how they're going to know the anti-Mashiach is written on his forehead. He can never bow to Allah. And all his followers is also written upon their forehead. All his followers, okay, is also written upon their forehead. Don't ever bow to Allah. Okay, they say he's the leader of this group that they call us rebel. How can I bow to Allah? How can I reject the cross? Say Yahushua is no more Almighty Yahuwah in flesh, and say Yahushua didn't die, nor buried, nor resurrection. How can I do that? That Yahushua is not the son of Yahuwah in heaven. How can I do that? I won't be doing that. He said it's written on their forehead. Don't ever bow to Allah. It's also written upon his forehead. I won't bow to Allah. So now they said this anti-Mashiach, that is my own Messiah, they call anti-Mashiach, they said it's going to be so powerful, it's going to be so wealthy, it's going to be so rich, you know, that it's going to be so powerful that he will cause a plantation, it will grow overnight. That is going to be doing powerful, notable miracles. That is going to be sharing money. Is going to be giving money to the poor. That is so wealthy. If you see how the descriptions they put about it, I said, this is my Messiah they are talking about. And who's going to kill this my Messiah? They said, Jesus. Islam said it's Jesus. They said Jesus is the one to take down the anti-Messiah that will not submit to Allah. You see? Now, Jesus is doing that already. Hebrews chapter 10 verses 1 said, how is he doing it? Okay, now, good question. Hebrews chapter 10 verses 1 said, the royal law is a shadow of better one to come. Come on now, what is the better one? That is the New Testament, the blood, okay? And Yahushua, you are your shadow, and your shadow is you. There is no one on earth in this planet without shadow. You have a shadow. Now, your very you is better than your shadow because your shadow is not clear. Okay, but you, the real you is clear. The Old Testament is not clear, but the New make it so clear and broad. Like, let me give you a clear picture. How did the new make it so clear? Yahushua came to reinforce, excuse me, the Old Testament. How? Listen. Matthew 5:27 to 30. 27 said, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." Yahushua said, no, they reviewed. Okay, the shadow said, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." But the real you said, "No way," which is Yahushua said, "No way." When you look at a woman wasting lust, he said you have already committed adultery. So what is your judgment? The link of fire will put inside fire. So he came to reinforce the law. And this same Jesus said he destroyed that law. John 1:14 said, Yahushua, the word of Yahuwah became flesh and dwelt amongst us. The New Old Testament Yahushua, which is the shadow, not clear like on clear TV, but the New Testament not make it so broad. This is how Abba Yahuwah write the law in our hearts, according to Jeremiah 31:31 to 32. That is going to put the law now in our heart. This is how He wants our heart to be perfect, not to lust after anything impure. Rather, our heart to be in a very good and a perfect condition with Him. Okay, you can admire a woman, nice body, and just give glory unto Abba Yahuwah, not for you to be lusting after sexually. So if you try that in your heart, you have already done that. But the Old Testament, the shadow said, don't do it. He said, when you lust, you have already done that. And the judgment that follow, it is fire. And Jesus said He destroyed that law, which is, the law is a deity, is Yahushua. So this is how He is doing it cold deadly. Islam said Jesus is the one to destroy, to kill this Messiah. But it's gonna squash all of you. It's gonna throw fire upon all of you. Double-edged sword in his mouth. All right. So Islam often quote Christians. Jesus is coming, as a radical Muslim, to convert the whole world to Islam. Now, Revelation 17:18 got the answer for you. Quickly, let me put in this before I run out of time. Verses 5 now. Mystery. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. Mecca, what is Mecca being called? Mecca is being called mother of all settlement, because they are the one to end all this Babylonian religion. Now, quickly, let us go to where they're going to destroy this woman. This is Christianity, okay? All right, now, maybe I'm going to do another version of this message, okay? I will stick title, maybe part 2. I don't know yet. Now, verse 16. And the horn, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, this shall hit the whore, that the woman of the prostitute, okay, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh. Her flesh is her body, there's Christianity, and shall bear her with fire. Islam is coming to pour fire on earth. I bet you're always going to enable him to do that. Maybe I'm going to do it, maybe part 2, I think so. Or I will just title it another topic. So he's going to make her fall. Revelation 18, Babylon is folly, Babylon the Great. So he's going to make her for the beast that are sent out of the bottomless. That is resurrection. Who is the beast? Is Mahadim, that has double identity. That is Islam Messiah, the very one that said Jesus is coming with. Let me tell you, the Quran said, Quran chapter 4, verses 157 stroke 158 said, Allah raptured Jesus to his paradise. Said Jesus is in the paradise of Allah. And in this last day, Allah is going to send Jesus to come and kill this anti-Messiah, okay? They are doing it already because they are waging war against the law. But you will all be squashed, in Yahweh's mighty name. Now, so where is the resurrection? Revelation chapter 6, Revelation chapter 9. I think we will do part 2. Let's give this part 1. I want to do more. Yes. Let me clarify the whole matter. We'll do part 2. So this I titled 1. So let me take the title again. Christianity rapture is to rapture to Islam paradise. Day of trumpets, second phase, part 1. Day of trumpets, second phase, part 1. So we'll do the part 2, so that I will be able to read. I want to read how ugly their ascension is, their resurrection is, and how are they going to be converting the whole world now into Islam is by sword. Accept Allah or you are gone. Now we see how they're going to do it. Daniel chapter 11 is about the little screw flash there, little horn flash there, little time, which is Sharia law. Daniel chapter 11 is over there. It's coming back. Revelation chapter 8 verses 6, the trumpet, Revelation, the seventh trumpet, Revelation 11:15. We also see what the trumpet did over there. Okay, how the kingdom of the world is going to become that of Abba. It's also in the Feast of Trumpet. So we'll do the part 2. It's worth doing. So maybe I'm going to be doing that second day of the week or third day of the week. It's better I do Revelation 17, 18. I need to read that. Revelation 6, 1 through 8. Go and read it. That is their resurrection. Revelation chapter 9. Oh no, that is their resurrection. Oh no. And when the bottomless pit was being opened, the smoke that came out from the bottomless pit, it darkened the whole world. That is Quran. Quran is going to darken the whole world. He said the sun was darkened. Who is the sun? Christianity, sun worshipper. It's going to swallow their religion and packed all of them down to Allahu Akbar, which is on Friday they said Jesus died. This is their second death. It's on Friday. It's Sharia law, Third World War, okay, the Great Tribulation. Either you convert to Islam or you doesn't convert to Islam. You are on your own. Because Yahuwah don't need pork eating people in his kingdom. The one in need, the Gentiles in need, they are already in the heaven. That's why when Yahushua is coming with them to come as servants in the kingdom. These Gentiles of those days, it doesn't have anything to do with them. Okay, now, Christian sun worshipper. Now, if Yahweh will save any Gentile, that could be on the people that keep Shabbat. Because his covenant of Shabbat, he can never destroy it. He will still go there and pick the Gentiles over there. Okay, but for some worshipper people, forget it. You are going to Islam. Jesus died on Friday. Yes, you're going to be keeping that Friday in Islam. They are off one go. So part 2 will do more. I want to read. I just want to read because some people, they are too lazy to read this book. I want to read for you to know what this book contains. It contains glory. It contains curses. Okay. It said, I place before you these days life or death, blessing or cursing. Okay, so choose one. Say, but I encourage you to choose life in order for you and your sons to live. Okay, so that is what this book carry. This is the part they will not go because they know this consigns. In fact, this is who they are, but they will not touch it. So we, as the people of the book, will be touching it. Okay, in order for you to put you into and return back to your maker and do what the book says and stop keeping Babylonia. Christianity is paganism. In fact, we will do that more. Yeah, we're going to be reading how Father Abraham sent them to the east. He sent them out of the family. He just gave them gift and sent them to the east where the son came from. The gift is their private jet today. 4 private jet. One pastor having 4 private jet. They are doing competition, buy private jet. That is their gift. Islam is the one to take their own gift now. Because their gift is here on earth, not in heaven, not eternal. It's just temporary. So we are done for now, family. Abba Yahuwah, thank you for this wonderful Shabbat. So family will be doing the part 2. Horrible Shandayaba. Thank you, Abba. Yes, you have done what pleases your heart. Once again, I love you, Abba. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for choosing me. To you be all glory. Ibo Shandalaba.